I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Flow like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road, chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the product in store, I'm playing. I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse, yeah. You just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship his Zeus, you knocking the shoot. I'm watching you do the campaign, swear I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth, yeah. They be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching for seven stances like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off, yeah. It's a matter of time, I know you see me standing in the front, back of the line. I happen to grind every minute, passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need contentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to steward a blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle shrunk. 4th and 40 got a punt. No, I don't do what I want. I do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate. But you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me here again. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I ain't worth.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Flow like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45, that is p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. And oh no, Bitcoin's dumping, it's going to zero. Guys, welcome in. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here with your boy Frankie Candles and the Candle Mafia, which you guys can't see the shirt right now, but I'm rocking that Candle Mafia t-shirt. But guys, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching here on the live stream. Maybe for the next 2 hours, maybe for the next 1 hour. Is it going to be a short stream? Is it going to be a long stream? I'd probably 100x long stream. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys know, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where I'm pretty sure we're already giving away, I know we're giving away a ton of crypto, but we will be adding some Frankie Candles hats. If we get 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I will spin that wheel 15 times, and I will be adding maybe a Bing Bong hat or a Frankie Candles hat to the giveaways that will be happening tomorrow at the end of the stream. Real quick, shout out to Retro Mike Tech says, Crayon threatened my life if I didn't hit the like 69 times. And hey, it worked, because now we have 89 likes. Retro, I appreciate you for smashing that like button, because that just went from 69 to 89. And shout out to Creighton C, or as Retro likes to call him, Crayon. What is going on? Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, hey, which one of the mods banned me? Cuckoo. What? It's the art. It's art imitating life. Also, I have a new trading indicator. It's called BS. BS's receipts are much bigger than IQ's. Hashtag. Hang on one second, guys. That is a long word with no spaces. Be glad to be... Shout out to Creighton C. He says, hashtag be glad to be free of that. Hashtag free sauce. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you, bro, more than you could possibly imagine. And guys, what is with the super chats right now? Shout out to Landon, says, my guy with the sauce in the Discord. Shout out to Landon. We will be taking a look at the charts here in a second. I think Landon may be referring to a scalp long that we entered in the premium Discord. Off of a local golden pocket. So we'll take a look at that trade in just a minute. But shout out to Landon. Thank you for the super chat, bro. And I hope you are in profit, whether it's that trade or something we said in the free Discord. I don't know what it was, but shout out to you, bro. Congrats on your win. And shout out to Tony D. Said, Wolfman the Menace sent us 100+ more koozies. Add some to the giveaway. LFG. Huge shout out to Wolfman. Love this community. Shout out to Tony D. Shout out to Wolfman. And guys, I will say, we do have some extra Aztecian Cactus Moss Water slim koozies to hold your Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. So if we get 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I don't know. We'll give all of these away. Not all of them. We'll add like 5 of them to the giveaway, and we will send them to 5 individual lucky Candle Mafia members. And it's 100% free to enter these giveaways, guys. Hit up the mods in the chat. They will let you know how you can get entered in to win these giveaways. We'll also be giving away a bunch of crypto. I think we have some free Frankie Candles hats to give away tomorrow. We'll give away the crypto, and then if we hit 750 likes on tonight's stream, guys, I will give away a month of the premium Discord, which, shout out to Landon. I'm pretty sure he's referring to the calls in that premium Discord earlier today. And that's, I think, why he super chatted. So, yeah, smash up that like button, guys. And without further ado, let's say what's up to the Mafia before we jump into the charts. Because, guys, we have some interesting stuff to look at here tonight. As Bitcoin is falling, we got exciting stuff to look at here, guys. So let's jump into the chat. Who do we got here? We got Hodl Crypto. What is going on? We got Joe Mama. Shout out to Joe Mama. Thank you for being here. We got Pearls in the chat. And we got Dave Digital with the super chat. Said 3 hour day. Wait, hang on. What is with these confusing super chats? 3-hour day, 30-second time frame. Train hard, get results. Shout out to Dave Digital. Trading the 30-second time frame. Let's go. Shout out to Davey D. But I'm going to just send you a koozie for trading the 30-second there, bro. But shout out to Dave Digital. We got Donato Cabrera in the chat. What is going on, bro? Like I said, we got Pearls. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. Gary C. What is going on? We got low-key Feta. And that's not to be confused with high-key cheddar. But shout out to Feta. What is going on? One of my favorite cheeses. We got Crimson Caravan Company. Hodl Crypto says, thanks for the shout-out, Hodl Crypto. As always, we love having you in here. Good to see you. Nikki94 Boo. We got, let's see. We got Buckley in the chat. What is going on, bro? And last but not least, guys, shout out to Golden. I did not shout him out before, guys. Shout out to Golden for gifting those 50 Frankie Candles memberships in the waiting room with only 37 people waiting. I don't know what happens to those extra memberships. I guess they get gifted as people roll in. But if you got a membership, spam those golden emojis in the chat right now. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts, guys, because we have a good amount of things to look at here. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go. So here we are. On the Bitcoin, there's those golden emojis. Let's go. Shout out to Golden, basically our biggest sponsor of the channel, guys. But let's go ahead and jump into the TA here. As you guys know, we have come up to this key level of resistance, and we are on the Bybit chart. I will come up to the Bitstamp chart just because this is typically what we look at on the live stream. Mystic Ruin shouting out Golden. Let's go. Sean Daly, what is going on? Crypto Billy in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. Said good to see you. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I love you, bro. I don't know if you were in the stream the other day, but I was saying, bro, we got to meet up, dude. I miss you, man. We got to hang out. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's get some money for mama. Shout out to Mickey Snelling. We will be checking out some trades in a second, guys. But first off, I do just want to talk about kind of what we've seen happen and what I am expecting here coming up in the next couple of days. So obviously, guys, we did come up, and shout out to anybody who watches this live stream, and shout out to Creighton C saying free sauce. As you guys know, we give this TA every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for completely free. And on these live streams, we were looking at a very, very key level of resistance, which was up here, not only being our previous value area low of our macro time frame. Why did I say macro time frame? Of our previous, I didn't even want to say macro, of our previous area of consolidation back here from April of 2022. And you guys can see we do have that previous value area low coming in here at about $37,600. And this was a key level of resistance we were looking at for actually more than one reason. It wasn't just the value area low, but we also had this wick up here, which, to be honest with you guys, I was looking for a swing failure pattern at, and I'll be honest, guys, we didn't really get the swing failure on really any of the charts. You can see here, I believe there are some exchanges that did get the technical swing failure, but we didn't, on a lot of the exchanges, we did not come up and tap this level, which is what you want to see for that setup. However, we were looking at on the live stream the fact that we had our confirmed bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame with money flow coming out, letting us know, right, you have the bear div here. You also have your money flow coming to the downside. This is the 16-hour. Let's come on over to the 4-hour. You had your 4-hour bearish divergence right here with your money flow also continuing to the downside, letting us know that oftentimes, not only when you get the bear divs, guys, but when they are into a key level of resistance and you have that money flow coming to the downside, it makes it a high likelihood that that could be a significant high. And you can see here, since then, we have seen the money flow come into the red once, and then we got faked out into the green, which we were keeping an eye on. And then we were expecting a potential pullback from this swing failure level, aka the previous value area low of the old range. And we did wind up getting, not only did we have the macro 4-hour bearish divergence with our money flow coming out, but what we were looking at yesterday, I believe, was the next, right? We put in another drive of bearish divergence with our higher highs on price, lower highs on our momentum waves, and again, simply money flow coming out, making it a high likelihood area to reject from. And now we have finally come down and we have broken below our value area high here. So does this mean is Bitcoin ready for a move down to the value area low at 33,450? Potentially, but we're going to dig into the TA a little bit deeper here, guys, and try to get more of a clear answer. Now, as you guys know, we did wind up getting, let me pull up the Bybit chart real quick. As you guys know, we do ignore this trade. This is actually the scalp long I was talking about, or Landon, I think, is talking about in that super chat from the premium Discord. We were looking for a scalp long here. And then I will just break this down really quickly just to help some people learn. As we had this set up in the Discord, guys, I will say when we trade these ranges, a typical TP for me, although I don't typically like to trade in the middle of a range, when you have context letting you know that there are key levels within a range, I am open to taking the trade in certain situations. But for the most part, I do like to wait for the higher probability trades up at the value area high or even coming all the way down to the value area low. I just don't like taking trades in the middle of a range. Now, it is kind of counterproductive here, or just kind of contrary to what I just said, but we actually did not only have the setup not only do we have the setup here from this local golden pocket for another scalp long position, but we also had a long setup from down here that we were looking at in our premium live stream for a potential tap of this key level. And as you guys know, this was a key level we were talking about on this live stream a couple of days ago, saying that if we do get a breakdown, that key level to watch is going to be that $34,400 level. That obviously wound up being a beautiful position back up to these previous highs. However, guys, I do want to point out I do want to point out, right, we got this big bounce, and I am a little bit concerned, right? I do think we could potentially come back up a little bit. We have our higher targets that we're keeping our eye on, but I do want to break this down just a little bit more. But I just kind of want to tell you guys, if you are ever in a range trade, for me, anytime we approach a value area high or a POC or a value area low, whether I am long from the low looking to go to the high, or if I'm short from the high looking to go to the low, or if we're long from a random point in the range looking for a scalp, anytime we approach a value area high, POC, or value area low, and you are in some kind of significant profit, for me, it's usually about 1%, which is the case right here. We are up about, this trade has moved about 1.69%, which means that I would probably be taking a partial take profit right here and then moving my stop loss to my entry point to get a potential, or to make this a risk-free guaranteed trade, or a guaranteed winning trade. And then if we continue up, we can capitalize on extra profits. And if we get stopped out, you get stopped out, but still wind up making money. Hold up. Shout out to Golden, said your voice volume seems lower today. Golden is correct. Bro, I don't know how that happened. I should be a little bit louder now. Let me know if that is better. Golden, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for keeping the technicals. And I'm not talking about the chart. I'm talking about the video technicals, or the audio technicals, up to date here. Shout out to Golden. Thank you so much for that super chat. And shout out to Landon. He says, paid for my entire family Christmas due to the sauce. Shout out to Landon. Let's go. Bing bong. Throw in the money for Landon. Congrats on your wins, bro. Are you in the premium Discord? I think you are. I believe that's probably what you're referring to. Shout out to you, bro. Being able to pay for your family's Christmas with the sauce. I love it. I would actually love it even more if you paid for it with the sauce on the free live stream. Listen, I love people in our premium Discord, obviously, guys, but I just love when people are able to take the free information on this stream, because there is plenty of it, and they use it to their advantage to make some money at zero cost to them, and I absolutely love that. But let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. Let's continue on. All right, so what do we do? All right, checking, looking for potential TPs at any value area high, POC, or value area low, guys. That's just generally part of my strategy. As long as those levels are further enough away from my entry to capitalize and take some profit, I will be taking some TPs at a 1% move. But let me go ahead and hide this stuff, because this is not what we really want to look at. But right now, guys, we are kind of in a little bit of a wonky situation, right? Because we have broken, right? We broke out of the value area high, and then we came back down, and we were unable to hold this value area high. As support, that is, right? As we came back down, we were unable to bounce off of this level. Now, obviously, we are now back below that level and now retracing back in to potentially retest this as resistance. Now, With that being said, guys, I am being very careful here because look at what is going on, right? Not only did we get the bounce off this level right here, but we wound up coming down for a retracement, and we are now putting a higher low in on price. Now, why does this make me think that we could potentially push back up? Well, the reason is because that higher low is coming in at the full Fibonacci, what is this thing called? 786 golden pocket retracement from the low to the high here. We are bouncing off that golden pocket, and you guys know that oftentimes if you are going to continue that trend to the upside, likely you're going to bounce off that golden pocket or potentially come down and play with the 786 before getting your next move to the upside. So it maintains your bullish market structure. It gives you a low, a high, and then a higher low, whether that comes in here or here. It will give you a higher low to continue that uptrend. So with that being said, guys, obviously we do have some higher targets above us that we could be looking at if this bounce is going to be sustainable. So first, I want to go over those higher targets that I'm looking at price to potentially get magnetized to, and then I want to talk about some of those key levels to the downside, and we do that level at 34.4K is going to come back into play here, and I'm going to talk to you guys about exactly why I am looking for a potential bounce off that level if we can return back to the POC. Let's see. I'm keeping an eye on that 786 also. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you. Let's go ahead and 35.9, good support. We can take a look at that in a second. But really what I'm looking at, guys, is this local range right now as we are testing this value area high once again, coming in at $36,300. We could potentially look for a bounce above this level if we could flip it back to support. That is where I will be shifting my targets up to higher prices, getting near again back towards that 786. I'm sorry, that value area low, that previous value area low that we just looked at. And then we also have the naked monthly point of control. These are levels that we have been talking about for a long time on the channel, right? So the naked monthly point of control is getting closer to about 39K. And then we have another key level up here. It's that psychological level of about $40,000 even. And then we also have an NPOC, another naked point of control, up at about 40,100. We have a lot of levels up here, guys, right? And I am specifically watching the naked points of control as those do usually act as very strong resistance. And not only that, but they also act as a magnet sucking price to it, right? Whether it's below you or above you. So if we do get above, kind of what I'm looking at here, guys, is here's the thing. We are kind of in a sticky situation, right? Because money flow is clearly coming out and crossing over into the red on the 4-hour. This is typically more of a bearish sign, indicating that we will likely get a continuation to the downside. Now, with that being said, we do have some other things that could be pointing to more upside, so I am being very, very careful right now, guys. Like I said, we do have the scalp long that we were looking at in the premium Discord, but other than that, guys, I am still waiting to come and, right on this, what is this? This is the Bitstamp chart. We did technically wick above this swing failure level. However, what we can do here, we talked about these swing failure patterns a lot now, recently, guys, but when you look at these swing failure patterns, the thought process for you, and we were talking about this yesterday too, not only the bearish divergence that was printing with our higher highs on our price action and our lower highs on our momentum waves with money flow coming out, making it a likely place to reject. But really what I was looking for to actually get a good confirmation to enter the trade was a swing failure pattern. Now, if you don't know what a swing failure pattern is, go check the SFP tutorial. If one of the mods can link that, I would be super, super grateful, as I already am super grateful for you guys. But if we go ahead and look here, right, not only do we have the bearish divergence, but we were looking for the swing failure pattern. And what you're looking for on these guys is for price to wick up above that SFP level. And then you basically what you want is you want to see people getting stopped out. So we did hit this level, but did we actually sweep the liquidity up here, or did we just reject off this as a level of resistance? And there's actually ways you can do this. You can kind of predict this by looking at the order flow, right? And you can actually look at your, if we zoom in to the actual candlesticks, we're here on the 15-minute time frame. I'm not going to get too deep into this, but basically what you would be looking at to confirm if that liquidity was swept, because you might be thinking to yourself, like when you're looking at these candlestick charts, a lot of the times, guys, this is not, you could easily be a profitable trader looking at candlestick charts. I don't want anyone thinking that you can't be, but when you start adding something like exo charts or any kind of order flow into your analysis, you can seriously add like a gigantic increase increase in your win rate just by looking at something like exo charts, right? So when you're looking to come up to this level and you're looking for the swing failure pattern, again, there are ways to see not only if there is liquidity above, but you could also check if it got swept by looking at if there are actually people getting stopped out. Because as you swing above that level, what you're hoping for, what you're hoping for at least, is that people are getting stopped out of their trade. So in this scenario, you would be looking for the shorts getting stopped out before having price reverse to the downside and get a bigger move down. Now, I'm not going to really try to explain exactly what's going on behind the candlesticks here. It has to do with manipulation and stopping people out to fill bigger orders. But we talked about that the other day in the live stream, so I don't want to beat that dead horse. But as you guys know, I love animals, but what you can look for here is you can look at something on exo charts. You could look at the net shorts, which is what you would want to see getting stopped out. So basically what you would be looking for here is your net shorts coming down, right? So if I extend this up a little bit, you would basically be looking for your net shorts. You would want to see a big red candle on your net shorts, which... If we take a look here, we did get we got a little bit of the shorts getting stopped out here. I guess, okay, there we go. So basically what you want to see is you want to see a big drop in the net shorts as well as a big drop in the open interest, guys. Now, why do you want to see this? Because the open interest is letting you know that people are closing their positions. And by looking at the net longs and net shorts, you could see whether it's the longs closing or the shorts closing. And you could kind of come to an assumption like, hey, were those shorts up there getting stopped out? And if they were, that is a beautiful confirmation amongst other things within the actual value area of the candle that you can look at to confirm that trade and look for the bigger move down. But we talk a little bit more about that in the premium Discord. I've covered it on the channel as well in the live streams, but this is not an exo charts tutorial, so I'm going to move on from that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that you can look here. We did not really get a significant amount of liquidations or shorts getting wrecked in this area, but we did still reject off the level and get the nice dump that we were looking for. We just didn't get the confirmation of the swing failure. But at this point, guys, we have come down and we are putting in that higher low right on our golden pocket or local golden pocket. And the golden pocket, actually, on the Bitstamp chart, we actually tested the 786, which we are bouncing off of right now. And then obviously that level is a little bit different on the Bybit chart. So we have not tapped that 786 on the Bybit chart yet, but we did on the Bitstamp chart. So this was a lot of the reason why we were looking for a bounce here in the premium Discord. Well, really, what we want to see here to see higher prices for Bitcoin is we got to get above the value area high sitting at 36,234. If we can get above that, we can have an opportunity to re-attack this previous value area low and potentially come up to this SFP level to either reject or rip right through it and come up to this naked monthly point of control at $39. So I do think at some point, guys, we will see that $39,000 level get hit. We will see that $40,000 level get hit. The question is it going to happen today, tomorrow, or are we going to get a bigger dump first? So with that being said, guys, really what I'm doing is just keeping an eye on this volume profile, and I am playing the levels, right? If we get above here, now my sentiment is a little bit more bullish. You also have your VWAP coming up on your 4-hour time frame, so if you can get a green dot here on the 4-hour, that could wind up giving you a significant little pump to the upside. But again, be careful because your money flow is fighting against you. Remember, the money flow indicates the longer term trend. You do not want to be going for these giant swing longs when money flow is going against you. You want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and making sure that you're getting into good trades, right? You don't want to trade against the trend, right? So that's really what I'm looking at. Now, here is the if this, then that statement, guys. If we wind up getting stuck in this volume profile and we get a bigger move to the downside, the key level that I will be watching is going to be at about $34.4 thousand. Now, the reason for that is going to be, I'm actually going to check this premium chart really quickly on the other screen because I don't want to give away the premium TA that people actually pay for. It wouldn't be fair for the people who pay, but I do want to talk about this level a little bit because it is very, very key, and it's essentially the level that we bounced off of right here at 34.4K. And the reason this is such a key level, guys, is number one, it is the point of control of this bigger range, right? If I come up to our right here, right, 34.5 on Bitstamp, and then on Bybit, it is sitting right down here at about 34.4, and this is going to be a key level to watch. Now, The reason I'm going to be watching this level is not only because it's the point of control of the range. However, it is also I believe there is a naked weekly point of control. Let me go ahead and check this really quickly. Or is it, I think it's a naked daily? Is it a naked daily? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so there is a tapped daily level at this, right here at this POC. You have a tapped daily level, and then you have also a key golden pocket sitting right at this POC as well. And on top of that, guys, you also could potentially, remember what we talked about on the live stream the other day, I think it was yesterday, you want to be thinking to yourself, where are people long from? There is likely a good amount of people who are long from down here as well as down here. So where are their stop losses going to be? They are likely going to be under these lows below this POC, and that means that we have liquidity sitting below the level here. So if we wind up getting price coming to this level, I will also be looking for swing failures on this key level, which is the $34,450 mark. So if we come down there, we get the confirmations and an SFP, I will be looking for a potential long position. Now, this could potentially, if we do swing fail this, it could wick all the way down to the value area low. So you want to keep these value areas in mind, guys. If we get stuck below the value area high, I will simply be looking for a move to the POC. And if we lose that, I'm going to be looking for a move down to our value area low. Now, this is a level that you want to make sure that you can hold, because if you wind up losing this level, guys, I do want to point out, if we zoom out just a little bit here, look at what we got below us. We have a pretty nasty volume gap. So if this is very, very key, guys, this is like, I think the thumbnail said something like biggest level to watch or something like that. Number one, 34.4K or 34,440 is going to be a very key level to watch. But in my opinion, I would also be watching this level at about 33.6. I would say between 33.6 and 33.7, and here's why. Number one, you want to remember, look at the volume gap. Let me turn this stuff off real quick. Let me turn off the levels. You can see here, obviously, we have a pretty big volume gap, which could potentially lead us all the way back down to about 30,400, 30,600. But before we get down there, guys, we're going to have to come test these key levels of support. And if we come back down here, look at this. If we come back down to this value area low, not only do you have the volume gap, making it a very key level, however, you also have some other levels within that value area low, making it very, very important. We have I believe there's a daily naked point of control down here as well. I have this on another chart. I'm not going to spend the time pulling it up, but you can bet your bottom dollar, guys. I mean, it is the value area low. So if we wind up coming down here, right, if we wind up getting a bigger move down, bing bong to the POC, we lose the POC, come down to the value area low, I'm not going to get instantly bearish, right? If we come back down here, I will potentially be looking for a long position. However, I'm going to be very, very careful, because I now know that if we get below this value area low and we cannot get back above it, and we start closing high time frame candles below that value area, it could open up the door to get a big, and not only big, but a quick move down all the way to about 30,500. So do we have any key levels on the way down that we could keep an eye on? Well, we actually do. And you can actually see here, it's kind of the same thing, right? We have that big volume gap here, but just down here between about 32.5 all the way down to this 786 at 30,900 is going to be the next major zone of support I will be looking at, right? So let me go ahead and come down to something like the, actually, let's come up to a higher time frame, come up to the daily here. Again, we have that same volume gap, right? So you lose this value area low. Probably going to be likely that we shoot through the low volume gap, again, potentially bringing us closer down to about 30,900. But we do have these single prints down here, which sometimes do act as magnets for price, as they are untested areas on the chart that price likes to go test. I don't know why. They just like to go test these levels sometimes. And these single prints oftentimes do act as support and resistance. So if we do get that move out of this value area, I will expect a quick move down into this single print zone, where we also have a local golden pocket sitting right below, which could wind up giving us a significant retracement back to the upside. So that is basically my bearish plan, guys. Really what I'm looking for is, if we are going to come down, I'm looking to get stuck below the value area high at $36,480. If we get back down to the POC and we don't see the confirmations to go long, I will be sitting it out, looking to get the value area low visited. We will also be looking for longs down there. And then if we wind up losing that range, range, that is where I am going to be. We can't get back above that value area low. That's where I'm looking for a pretty quick drop into this single prints, golden pocket, and then that 786 retracement level as well, where you can see down towards the 786 and the golden pocket is kind of where you see the volume nodes, the high volume nodes start to pick back up. And then if we wind up losing those levels, simply put, we are going to be looking down to our previous value area, which is coming in right here. Let me hide this. Which is coming in right here. Previous value area high at $29,758, where we also have a, let me just make sure this golden pocket is pulled to the high. It's not. This needs to be updated, pulled to the new high, which would actually adjust this level slightly. And yeah, I mean, this is even creeping up closer towards the single prints area. But really, I actually don't even know. What I would be watching at this point is actually down here, right? Golden pocket value area high confluence of the previous range, right? And this is how we find the levels, guys. This is how I find my levels, and they are respected, right? So again, working it out in this local volume profile, this is your compass. This local volume profile is your compass into what price is likely to do next. So you're not getting super bearish, right, until you reject this value area high. And then when you come down to the low, this is where I typically look for longs as you deviate below the range. But if you can't get back above it, you're looking to come down to that 786 golden pocket. And those are the next key levels. I don't know, or I generally don't really think that we're just going to get an insta-nuke down to the value area high. But if things do wind up getting just randomly super, super bearish overnight or something, your next massive level would be about $30,000 down by this golden pocket value area high if you lose those single prints. So there you go. But lots of local levels in here to hold. And to be quite honest with you guys, the fact that we're putting that higher low in on the golden pocket and that VWAP is coming up on the 4 hour, we may be able to get that push to the upside. So there you guys go. That is what I am looking at for Bitcoin. So hopefully you guys got those levels. And real quick, what else should we look at? Let me just go ahead and take a look at the higher time frames. 5-day red dot looking to print your daily. This is the one thing, right? This is why, we're being careful. We are in a very, very bullish environment right now, guys. So, random pops to the upside cannot be ignored. So, as we look at this, daily green dot, this could get rejected at the 0 line as well. But if we wind up getting that green dot, that may be where we get the bigger push to the upside. So I am still holding. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I believe I have them open here. Let me go ahead and check. There we go. So I am still holding all of my trades right now, guys. Still in my Bitcoin long, up 681%, up over almost $4,000, like $3,500. And then this little scalp XRP short is up $1,300. I got $16 locked in profit somehow. But yeah, they're up there 517%, $1,352. This was a nasty scalp caught live trading the order flow on the, again, we just talked about those liquidity grabs, guys. This XRP short was literally entered in the epitome of a liquidity grab. As I was seeing price work its way up to the swing failure level. As we were looking at that let me pull up XRP really quickly because I want to explain this, right? So as I was sitting at my desk, right? We saw this thing wick up to our key level. I saw the liquidity grab happening by doing what I was just talking about a few minutes ago, where we look for the shorts getting stopped out. You want to see the actual liquidity getting swept here before entering your position. And it all happened within the span of about, I want to say, we can measure it, right? We got the swing failure like right here. It all happened. I was up like $1,300, or not $1,300 at first. I was up over $1,000 though at about, in about the first few minutes, right? Just off that liquidity grab. And a lot of times these liquidity sweeps, guys, will give you very quick rejections to the downside. And that is why I was actually, looking to trade this with 48x leverage, because there was a very clear invalidation point for that trade. It was, if it sneezed a little bit to the wrong direction, I know where that trade idea is completely invalidated, and it would be a good way, or a good reason to get out of the trade, right? And that's why I traded it with such high leverage, and I only put $261 on the trade, right? And we are up $1,300. So you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money in this game, guys. You just got to know what you're doing, right? You can't just be out there, gambling with 48x leverage, just like hitting the charts. We always talk about this. Trading is a game of trapping. It is not a game of hunting. So you should never be hitting the charts and going to look for a trade. You might get lucky a couple of times, especially like if you're trading with high leverage, right? You might get in, price moves like $3 or whatever it is if you're trading Bitcoin and you're up massively. But as long as you're able to cut those, take those profits very quickly, you could be good, but it's not a winning strategy over time. You're essentially gambling, and you'll get lucky once in a while, but you want to be able to actually have a trading plan and have a clear invalidation point for your trades. And that is exactly why I was willing to put not only high leverage, but understand, guys, that this trade only had $261 in it. If I got liquidated, which won't happen because I do have a stop loss set, right? So I would never get liquidated, but even if I did get liquidated for $261, it's fine. It is a small portion of what I typically get stopped out for. So that I just want people to realize that, like, sometimes I'm in these bigger trades, not bigger trades, but these trades with higher leverage. I want to be very clear. I am not just like going, oh, look, we're hitting resistance short with 100x leverage, hoping for a little move and taking the profit. When you see high leverage like 50x or 48.3x, this is a well thought out planned trade, but there is a specific reason I chose to use higher leverage on this. And again, managing the risk by not using a lot of capital. I replaced the capital with higher leverage because I knew it was basically a high likelihood to play out. And then as soon as it went the wrong way, I'm out for a very small loss. So there you go. I'm just holding both of these, right? I also have a scalp long on Bitcoin open up about 100%. So I'm holding that on another account though, but I am still holding that as well. Gonna see if this XRP short will continue to pay us out. Also, if you guys want to check out Femex and you guys want to long or short your favorite altcoins or Bitcoin, check out Femex. Link in the description down below. I think they are, I don't know, ask Tony D. They may be doing a bonus fund deal right now. You guys will get some free money to trade with if they're doing the deal. You can't take the money out, but if you make profit, you could take your profit out, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like paper trading without your own money, but you actually get to keep the profits. You don't, zero risk, but all the reward, which is interesting. But yeah, go check that out if you guys are interested in getting into some trades. Please use leverage carefully, guys. If you do not know what you're doing, keep the leverage very low. But there you go, guys. That is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Simply trading my plan as I intend to, and just sticking to my rules, right? So there you go. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at Bing Bong around in the value area, and just letting the value area guide what we expect next for Bitcoin. All right, let's see. Shout out to Gazgano. What is going on, bro? Shout out to you, man. Fibonacci. He says, hey, Frankie, cannot be often on your live due to my schedule, but really appreciate you and your work. Humble guy, sharing free sauce. A lot of YouTubers should learn from you. Shout out to you. Yeah, guys. Yeah. I mean, shout out to you, man. That's. I want to be clear. I am not like this because I'm on camera. I am like this in my real life. And I genuinely started this channel to help people make money. And obviously, I gotta, it's a business, right? But I try to give away as much free stuff as I can on these live streams because really I base this YouTube channel off of what I would have wanted when I was learning how to trade. And I would have loved to have a live stream where the guy actually looks at the chat and reads stuff and tries to answer questions and doesn't just gatekeep all the key levels, etc., etc. And it's not about being the best, guys. And I will tell you this, specifically when it comes to trading and crypto, you have to be really, really, really careful because it doesn't really necessarily have to do with being humble, but I want you guys to take a look, right? Anybody who you see who is actually trading the market, right? Actually trading, not just saying like, oh, I said it was going up here and now it's going up. People who are actual traders, you will notice they're not very cocky people, and that is for a reason. And most people who are actual traders are not like cocky, like, oh yeah, like, we're the best, et cetera, right? The reason that is, guys, is because to be a trader, you need to have your emotions under control. And if you're just naturally a super emotional individual, you're not going to do well over time, right? And these are the people who typically treat trading as more of just like a gamble, right? They want to get into a signals group and they just want to know when to buy, when to sell, where's the resistance, 100x short, 100x long. And sure, you hit it left and right once in a while, you make some money. And it comes in really fast because you're using high leverage. So it's like, boom, you're up $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And then it's just not, that wouldn't be sustainable over time because your emotions creep in. You want to be basically dead inside when you're at least looking at the charts. So I'm glad you said that, because being humble, like a lot of people in crypto, it's like you on Twitter or TikTok or even YouTube. Some of the people on YouTube are very, very emotional, and these are the people who are typically just gambling, right? Crypto attracts gamblers. So just be careful out there and make sure you're listening to people who have a sound head on their shoulders, doing actual analysis, not caring if it goes up or down, right? When I win a trade, guys, I'm not like, yeah, let's go. It's because that's not how it works, right? That's just like, tell me, like, that's how you know you're an emotional trader. So if you're getting super down on your losses, you don't want to do that. You want to be like, oh, okay, I got stopped out. I planned for this, right? And then when you get a big win, you don't want to be overly emotional either, because you're going to get super hyped up, you're going to get confident, and then that's how you get wrecked. And this is why you don't want to listen to people who are seriously emotional, or not even just listen to them, but like, you just want to be careful, right? Because most people are just gambling in the crypto space. And I mean most people, not some of them, most of them. So just be careful. Make sure you're getting good sound technical information, not just like gambles. It's okay to gamble sometimes as long as you know you're gambling. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Army Piper. Shout out to Army Piper in the chat. What is going on, bro? He says, humility in leadership, Frankie. You got it. Shout out to Army Piper. I appreciate that, bro. There are some people out there there's like a couple of people out there that hate me. I don't know why. But you can't control other people. I'm just here doing my own thing, guys. And I just like to have fun on the charts and trade with you guys. And I really do feel so lucky to be able to do this. And yeah, it's just, I'm not, I don't know. I'm a trader. I think that's why I might have humility, is because I've been humbled by the market, because I've gotten wrecked so much, and I've actually learned how to become a profitable trader. And you notice that the less emotion you have, the better you do, right? But shout out to Army Piper, bro. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you for stopping by, and thank you for the kind comment. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for those super chats on Trading Wars. Speaking of of like gambling, trading 1 minute time frames, but obviously that's for entertainment, guys. So it's okay. Because I know it's for entertainment, but please understand that trading the 1 minute time frame, especially with not a lot of experience, is oftentimes not going to go well. But anyway, shout out to Army Piper, and shout out to Golden, said, if we get 600 likes, I'll drop another 50 gifted memberships. Golden, dude, you are the GOAT, bro. Shout out to Golden, guys. Smash that like button. 600 likes. Golden's dropping 50 memberships, and so will I. I will drop 50 memberships as well. Tony D, if you are still in the chat, hopefully you hear me. If we get the like goal and Golden drops another 50, I drop another 50, and there we go. But guys, with all that being said, we got to start taking a look at these altcoins. Go ahead and spam your favorite altcoins in the chat, and Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes. Let us know what we're doing. Let us know what altcoins we're looking at, and let's go ahead and start with Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. We actually already took a look at XRP. However, here is Ethereum, or Erythrium. And let's go ahead and dive in here. There come the altcoins. Darren Does Things says, nothing but love for the haters. We lead them to the light. Absolutely. It's like, I love when people hate, and I will just like, we literally have people in the mafia right now that came in and hated, and I was like, hey man, what's up? Like, let's talk. I'll help you, bro. You're probably mad because I thought it was going up yesterday, and it might have gone down a little bit, and you might have lost money, and it's not how you do it. Let's help you out, bro. Come here. And they turn into mafia members. We take the hate, and we turn it to love. I feel bad. I genuinely feel bad for people who hate, because I've been a hater, guys. I've been in a bad position in my life before, many times. And that is when I resorted to hate in my life. I say this, I've said this from the beginning of my channel. I have been a hater before. And I've gone and hated on people's TikToks, and I've hated on people's YouTube channels, and I've been a hater before, and never in a million years would I ever want to go back to the position I was in back then. And looking back on that now, being in a much better place, I'm embarrassed. I am so embarrassed of who I was in the past, being a senseless hater, just hating on people who were doing their thing and being successful, and it really does make me embarrassed, and that's why I don't entertain the hate, guys, because it's it's not who I am. I don't entertain it. I don't like arguing with people because I'm just here to provide value and have a good time. Life is short. It's drama is straight BS. It's just, especially when it's not real drama and it doesn't exist. Don't entertain it, guys. Be a lover, not a hater. The people who hate are the ones that are miserable, and I feel bad because if anyone comes in here and hates on us for any reason whatsoever, it's like I feel bad. I feel for you. I've been in your position before. I've been in a bad spot in my life, and if they're not in a bad spot and they're still hating, yikes, they're probably still in a bad spot mentally or something. I don't know. But, hey, shout out to, My Crypto Journey. Yo, shout out to you, bro. $50 super chat. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. He says, legend. Shout out to My Journey Crypto. Bro, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by and dropping that super. Thank you so much, bro. You're the man. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. And let's take a look at Ethereum. Or Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it. So let's dump it in here because I know there's probably a lot of people like, dude, shut up. We don't care about the haters. Let's talk about the TA. And I say, okay. So here we go, guys. We still have our value area down here. Value area high coming in at 1930. This is our key level of support. As you guys know, the other day or yesterday, I think, we were looking for a potential move to the downside, saying if we break that $2,000 level, we are going to be looking down towards that value area high at 1930. And we are on our way down there right now. So are we going to come? If we do get down here, guys, I will be looking for a potential bounce, right? Number one, we're coming down to support, right? Number two, we also, we also have our VWAP rolling up on the 4-hour. And I'll give you guys a little bit of secret sauce here. Not secret sauce. Should we give them, Darren does things. Darren, let me know. Should we give a little bit of a freebie on the live stream? Maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we will. So here we are, right? We have price dropping down, right? We are breaking this low right now. If we come down to this value area high, guys, I want to be clear. This would not be this would be a risky position, right? But I just kind of want to talk to you guys about what I would be looking at if we continue down to this level. And if we push down here, guys, what I'd be looking at is a potential long position. Now, this is not a long. This is not, me saying, hey, I think we're about to go to $1 million. Get into, put your whole bag on it, and then just, 100x long it, right? But if we come down here and we wind up, because the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because if you look at your momentum waves, you could actually start to front run this stuff a little bit, right? So if we did come down into this value area high, and I would be checking if there was other confluence with other levels of support and resistance at this area to give us confluence, right? But if we just generally come down and tap this level and this momentum wave comes up and puts in a higher low, it gives us that bullish divergence with our lower lows on price, higher lows on our momentum waves. And if we do get that green dot and that bullish divergence printing and confirming at this level, amongst other confirmations on the lower time frames, if you have your money flow coming up specifically, yeah, here's a little sauce, guys. If you get this bull div at the value area high with momentum waves coming to the upside, VWAP rolling up, green dot on your 4-hour, and you come on down to the 15-minute, and you also have bullish divergences, and I'll show you kind of what that may look like if we do get it. Now, there's no guarantees this will happen. This is an if this, then that statement, right? So if we come down here and we don't see that stuff pop up, we will not take the trade. However, if you do have price come back down to this level, right, and we start putting in the 4-hour bull div with the green dot printing, and we could even potentially put in a 15-minute bull div, and if you have your 15-minute money flow coming up at the same time, you may be able to catch a little bit of a scalp long off this level. Hashtag not a trade setup. Hashtag not a signal. Hashtag do your own research and do your own TA. DYOTA. DYOTA. Right? DYOTA, guys, do your own TA, come to your own conclusions, find your own key levels, and see if it agrees with what I say. But the one thing you should not be doing is saying, if I get a bull div at this level, I'm longing. You have to have more confirmation than that. You want to have the lower time frame bull divs. You want to have the money flow coming up on the lower time frames, right? On top of, for me, I would also be looking at order flow, but I know not everybody looks at this, so I won't cover it. But it's a little more advanced, but this is just an if this then that statement. This is possible to happen, and if we saw it happen, I could potentially be looking for a long position. Now, whether I take it or not is going to depend on what price looks like when we tap that level. This is our trap. When we come down here, this is where we got the fish in the net. Let's analyze these fish and see if they're big enough to pull up and eat. AKA get into the trade. That was a bad analogy. Sorry, guys. But let me go ahead, and I want to actually go ahead and see if we have any. I want to see if we have not only any confluence at that level, I also want to check the MPOCs on Ethereum to see if we have anything near that 1930 level. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pull up a clean chart of Ethereum so we don't have to deal with all this noise. And let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and pull a Fibonacci, a little Fibonacci. Let's go ahead and pull it, right? From the low, from the absolute low to the absolute high, coming in at 1755, right? So let's go move it up to the next swing. This golden pocket is coming in at about $1,900 even. So if we come back to our actual chart here and we pull that same fib right here, I just went to that other chart so we can get a little bit of a, what do you call it? A little bit of a clearer view of what's going on here. But, you know, even if we put, I mean, you could pull this to many swings. Even if you pulled it right here, you get that perfect confluence on your value area high. So you do have some interesting golden pockets here between about 1880 and about 1915, right? So I would actually extend this blue box down a little bit to about 1880. Right, because we know we have those golden pockets, right? So this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a long zone for me. If we come down here and we wind up getting some bullish confirmations, we could look for a bounce to the upside. Because remember, guys, yeah, and I want to be clear. It does not guarantee that we will get a bounce off this level. I don't want anyone thinking that, you know, once we get down here, we're just instantly looking for a long and we're just looking to blast off to the upside, right? What I would be looking for is those confirmations. If we do not get them, you are looking at your volume profile as your roadmap, right? You're looking at the volume profile as your compass. Because what happens if we come down here and you're like, oh my God, wait, hang on, there's no bull div. The money flow is not coming up. It looks bearish. And we're getting stuck below the value area high. Now you know if you lose this golden pocket, you're likely to come down to this point of control, right? Because once you get stuck below the value area high, chances are, more likely than not, you are the next place for price to likely go is going to be that POC and potentially the value area low. So again, you know, it's just like any value area, previous value area high. You're looking for support off the level, or you're looking for price to potentially come down and test the POC before a breakout. And if you get stuck below the POC, you're simply waiting to get down to the value area low. I wouldn't be looking to long until we got down to the value area low if we lost the POC. Because once you get below that value area high, it is more likely than not that you will fill the entire range. Right? Obviously doing other TA to confirm that. But that's going to be kind of the first area I'd be looking for a long. We don't get the confirmations looking down towards that POC, especially because we have the 786 Fibonacci retracement coming in perfect confluence with that. And this is a random thought, guys. This is just my mind wandering during the stream. Shout out to Darren Does Things. He's been asking me to check out a new order flow software or program, I don't know what you call it, and it is ExoCharts is what I look at for my TPO charts or my order flow and all that good stuff, right? The naked points of control, single prints, etc. I look at ExoCharts, right? But Darren Does Things put me onto something new, which I am testing, and if we could get a deal for the Mafia guys, I may be willing. I don't know if I'll switch all full time, but I may start looking at that other software because there's a lot of really cool features on that software. Shout out to Darren Does Things that I was not unaware of, and I actually really, really like it. But it's essentially the same thing as ExoCharts, but a different brand, and they have different features, and a lot of them are very cool. I'll just leave it at that, and maybe we'll tease that if we can get a deal going with them at some point soon. But as we get that move down, guys, POC 786 is going to be the next key level. You lose that looking down to the value area low at about 1760. Now I want to come over to the clean chart on Ethereum here. I'm actually going to hide our TA, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start looking at the naked points of control. So I'm going to come on over to the daily to find some more key levels here. So this key level right here, oh baby. Oh, baby, we got a daily naked point of control sitting right at that value area high, guys. This adds a whole lot of confluence to that level that we just looked at on Ethereum. That value area high also has this naked daily point of control sitting right here at about 1920. So coming back to our chart, right, 1920 is right at that value area high. So not only do you have the value area high, but you also have the POC, and I'm actually going to go ahead and label it So let's go there and NDPOC. There you go. So we also have that naked daily point of control. So this is not only going to be a target, but also an area where we could potentially see a little bit of a bounce. So there you go. On top of that, guys, 2-day money flow is continuing to the upside. So if we do get a bigger pullback, I will simply be looking for macro higher lows before continuing to the upside. And those higher lows may be able to be put in at that value area high or even that POC or value area low. So that's where I'd be looking for those macro higher lows before continuing to the upside. And because the 2-day money flow is coming up, that is why I am expecting the higher prices or expecting the higher lows and not a dump down to zero. Shout out to Golden. What is going on, bro? What is with the super chats? Golden, you are the GOAT. He says, smash that like button. Costs nothing to help the channel. Shout out to Golden. And if we hit 600 likes, guys, Golden is going to get 50 memberships, and I will also match him on that 50 memberships. And I think that should cover everybody in the chat with a not a subscription. What is it called? A membership. And we could be like, hey, welcome to the familia. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I think we did miss some super chats. Thank you for letting me know about that. Tyler, shout out to Crypto Billy. I appreciate that super chat, bro. He says, 50 memberships. Is this a challenge, Frank? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Billy, you're banned from donating anything to the channel. Banned. You do too much for us. You're too good of a person, and you've already gifted us your presence, which is way more than enough and definitely worth more than any amount of money. Shout out to Crypto Billy. If you see him around, show him some love. He's one of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to, hey, My Crypto Journey getting the Frankie Candles membership. Hey. Shout out to you, bro. I may even call you one of these. I can't hear it. Hopefully you guys can. It's a goat sound. Shout out to My Crypto Journey. I really do appreciate you. Shout out to Random Videos. Thank you for that super tip, I guess we could call it. Shout out to you, man. And let's see, we also got Death Burka with a super chat, bro. Thank you so much. He says, what about 16 and 8-hour blood diamonds on Binance and Femex money flow coming out on the 24 to 30 minute? On the 1 hour, are we talking about, let's go back to Bitcoin. I believe that is what he's talking about. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, remember, hopefully, let me know, Deathburger, let me know if you are looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum. Shout out to Crypto Forward, says, can you do ADA? Yes, we can do ADA. I bet you it's on the list if I had to guess. But shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. And shout out to Crypto Forward. Welcome to the muscle, my man. Shout out to you, bro. Welcome to the Mafia. Thank you for being here. It's the best crypto community on YouTube. But let's go ahead and take a look at these blood diamonds that Death Burka said were there, and it's going to send us down to zero. Death Burka, dang it. We're trying to have fun. I'm just kidding, Death Burka. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's go ahead and take a look. And Creighton Stevens with the super chat says, I will see your 50 and his 50 and raise 5. Literally just 5. Shout out to Creighton C, guys. We may be dropping a lot of memberships in a second. Smash that like button if you have not already. Shout out. Yo, guys, we got Sister Candles in the chat. I don't think she ever tunes into the live stream. Hey, what's up? Shout out to my sister, guys. Look, I'm famous. I'm just kidding. I'm not famous. I'm just some crazy guy that screams on YouTube. But hey, guys, let me get a crown in chat for Sister Candles. Spam those crown emojis, not the tiara. That's Hannah King's. Spam some kind of crown emoji. Make up an emoji for my sister, guys, and spam it in chat. Let her know that you guys love her as much as I do, except for when we fight like siblings. I'm kidding. We don't fight. I have a great relationship with my sister. I actually am very proud of my relationship with my sister. So, but there you guys go. Spam those crowns for my sister. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. I love you dearly, and I miss you. And shout out to my cute little nephew, Jack. Shout out to him. We're going to turn him into a crypto millionaire before he can talk. But let's go. Hey, Miss Teen Crypto in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Chat going nuts for my sisters. Let's go. Too funny. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. What is going on? Thank you for tuning in and holding down the chat as it does get out of control very often. But let's go ahead and jump back in here, guys, and take a look at these blood diamonds that I believe Death Burka was talking about. He said it was on the Femex chart. He said Femex and Binance. Let's see. Maybe he's looking at Hike and Nashi's. He might be talking about Ethereum potentially. Let's see. 16-hour, no blood diamond. 12-hour, no blood diamond. Let's check the 8-hour. Look at the crowns in chat. You guys are nuts. Let's go. Showing my sister the power of the Mafia. Let's get it. You guys are funny. Let's see. Oh, I got you, Rob. Thank you for giving us. Oh, I just added something to my calendar. Great. I don't know what that was, but yo, chat is going ballistic. 105 chat rate. Oh my God. All right, we got the altcoins pinned to the top of the chat. Let's get into it. But let's see. Yeah, getting the. I don't see. Oh, this looks like it would be a blood diamond. Shout out to Death Burka. Are they on regular candles? Oh, baby. We may get the dump, guys. 8-hour blood diamond on the regular candles. 16-hour blood diamond on regular candles on top of that 4-hour money flow coming to the downside. I don't know if it's going to be an instant nuke, but it may be an indication that we could potentially get a little bit more of a move to the downside. But we covered all those key levels that you guys should be looking at. So you guys should be prepared. If you get the move down, you shouldn't be like, oh, man, I wanted it to go up. You could just be like, oh, guys, act natural. Yeah, so anyway, just looking at blood diamonds. Mrs. Candles is in the chat, guys. Spam those hands for Mrs. Candles, guys. I hope my sister's still in here. She's going to be like, what does my brother even do? Shout out to my sister. Spam those hand emojis, guys. We have the official Mrs. Candles in the chat. Let's go. But while we look here, guys, money flow coming out on that 4-hour time frame. With those blood diamonds could potentially be leading to a bigger breakdown here. Oh, my God, the super chat. Shout out to Creighton C. Says at Dave, I can't. Oh my God. Hang on, the super chats are flying. At Dave, I can't believe we have a new sister. So happy. Shout out to Nicole. They're accepting you as a new fit. You've been a part of the mafia, but you are now. You have 53,000 new brothers and sisters, and that's not by choice. But they're the best people alive, so you're lucky. Shout out to Random Videos. Says, come on, guys, road to millionaire. Let's go. Shout out to Random Videos. Let's go. But the emojis are killing me. But yeah, guys, remember the money flow coming out on the lower time frames, right? Money flow coming out on the 4-hour with those bearish divergences, letting us know these highs may have been significant. And then those blood diamonds, I don't want anyone thinking that you should just instantly short on a blood diamond. These can potentially give you false signals once in a while, but, it is definitely a little bit of more of a bearish sign, right? But I would just, like I said, I am playing this by the level right now, not necessarily leaning too heavily on the indicators, other than what we talked about earlier today with the bearish divergences and money flow coming out. These 16 and the 8-hour blood diamonds are not necessarily a good sign. Can you pop that fan on, Mrs. Candles? Show them the real cheat. You see these people? You see the mafia throwing these candle hands? That's what we call them now. Give me a high five. Woo, baby, it smells good, baby. It smells good. What do you think about the blood diamond on the 8-hour, Mrs. Candles? She says it. Mrs. Candles says it's going to dump. Is Mrs. Candles... She said not financial advice. I trained her well. Not financial advice. She says it's going to dump. Let me know if you think she's right in the chat. But, guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. We looked at Ethereum. Thank you for that, fam. Mrs. Candles, you are the best. Huh? It is very hot in here. I don't know. Yo, wifey Wick in the chat. What is going on, Mrs. Wick? But... yeah, guys, it is. Mrs. Candle's got to fan me off. It is kind of hot in here, guys. But on Ethereum, guys, those are the key levels I'm looking at, and more specifically, like what I would be looking at for some scalp longs. The one thing I want to leave you guys with on Ethereum is if we did come down here, and even if you did get the bounce, remember the environment you're trading in, right? You don't want to take this long. If you take a long position from this key level, if you get the confirmations, not blindly longing it, but if you did long here, right, and you did get into the trade, you are not looking for this to moon to $1 million. Why? Because of your money flow coming out on the 4-hour. This is a bearish signal. So it doesn't mean that you can't scalp long. Along the way on the downtrend, but you want to make sure that you're not holding this expecting it to go to $1 million. So when you come up to these higher prices, you want to be taking profits pretty aggressively and making sure you're moving your stop loss so you can remain profitable and not just go for those $1 million longs or shorts that you think are going to make you rich overnight. It is very unlikely to become rich overnight, especially leverage trading, right? You'd have to get really, 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 really lucky. I remember when I first started trading, like before I really knew that much about leverage or anything like that, I remember I'm just like everybody else, right? When I first started and I was new to trading, I was like everybody else thinking, oh my God, this is easy because if I use high leverage, I only need the price to move a tiny little bit, right? But the problem with that is, number one, you get eaten up on fees. Number two is it's simply not you could essentially go on 100x leverage and long and short random levels of support and resistance, and you're going to get some kind of a reaction off of it. And if you could take profits fast enough, then you could make some money, but that is not sustainable over time. Like when I first started, I put $100 on 100x leverage, and I was crushing. I would get into a trade, make a bunch of money, close it. Oh my God, this is free money. I'm just dipping my hand into a bucket of money and pulling it out. And I would get into another trade, make a little bit of money, get into another trade, make a little bit of money, and then that one trade just liquidates your whole entire account because you're using high leverage, right? So you can make some quick money, but typically it doesn't stick around long because it's not a sustainable strategy over time. You're much better off actually doing the TA and figuring out where price is likely to go and taking those bigger home run or scalping the ranges, waiting for those bigger home run trades to come out of nowhere. And if you trade these ranges like we do on this channel, oftentimes when you get the big move, that is when you're likely going to be, right? If you're trading this range, looking for shorts at the value area high, longs at the value area low, etc., this is where you're probably thinking to yourself like, hey, if we get a move up here, I'm looking to come to the value area high, and then if it breaks out to higher prices, your little scalp trade from the low to the high just wound up turning into a home run. I say this all the time. Oftentimes, guys, people, when we get big news or we get a big dump or a big pump, people will ask me, oh my God, like this XRP trade that I'm in right now, right? This short, people are like, oh my God, did you just see that big wick on XRP? And most people were like, dude, are you in a long on XRP? It's ripping. And I'm like, no, I'm in a short. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like it's probably a liquidity sweep. And they're like, and then it goes down, and they're like, bro, how are you short from the top every time we get a big move? And well, this one I just sniped, right? I wasn't trading the range on XRP. I just saw the liquidity grab happening, jumped in, took advantage of it. But oftentimes people are like, hey, like how the heck did you long the bottom? Like a lot of people want to know how I longed the bottom on Bitcoin down here at about my original entry was 25,250. They're thinking like, how did you know when you hit right here you were just going to moon to the top? I didn't. I did not know that. Unfortunately, I wish I could say I did know that we were going right to 38, 39K, but I didn't know that. I simply got into a position looking to capitalize on the move from the low of the range to the high of the range, and then we wound up holding it, right? As we looked like we were putting in a higher low and about to break out, we held it, and it wound up being a gigantic trade, and now we went from like turning it into like maybe $1,000 trade or an $800 trade into like a $3,500 trade, right? And if we keep going up, I will continue to hold it and take profits along the way. And this is how you want to trade profitably and not have to stare at the chart when you're on the 1 minute, and you want to be an actual sustainable trader over time. I like to explain, like people are saying, like you said, don't use high leverage, 48x. We just went over why I use 48x leverage there, right? I'm actually managing my risk by using the high leverage. A lot of people don't do that, right? Most people just say, hey, I have $100. If I use 48x leverage, now I have $4,800 to trade with, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, or I guess more than that. But continuing on here, guys, we took a look at Ethereum, looked at those key levels and kind of what I would be expecting to come out of the price action. But let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin, which is going to be XRP. Shout out to the XRP army coming in at about 61 cents about. And as you guys know, what are we looking for here, right? We got to move. Front ran our golden pocket, came back down, and then eventually we got that liquidity grab. This is where I got that short position, and it is continuing to play out. Not only that, guys, but we are now breaking below our value area low. Oh no, we're going to zero. We're losing the range. We're going to $3. We're going to 3 cents for XRP. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll tell you what I'm looking at here, guys. We are below our value area low. Now, we have closed a few 4-hour candles below here, but I am being very careful here. Now, number one, this would be technically a little bit more bearish based off money flow. 4-hour money flow is now in the red. That is a little bit more bearish. However, you want to be careful as you deviate away from these value area lows, right? Because oftentimes when you come down to the value area low, this is where you may want to be looking for a long position. And you know, if we wind up just wicking below this and snapping back up, this may be a good place to potentially ride back up to some of these higher prices, getting closer to 68 cents or even potentially up to this time point of control at 75.5 cents. And then if we can get above that, obviously, you know, when you're looking at the volume profiles, you are going to be looking for price to go from the low, eventually make it to the POC, and then if you flip that POC, you will be expecting price to come to the high, which at this point is sitting at at a dollar, $1, not 100, $1.29. I don't know why I kept saying 100. But you want to be careful, right? Now we are, you know, starting to lose this value area low, but you just want to be careful. You want to be careful because not only do you have your VWAP coming up on the 4-hour, but you could potentially put in a bull div here. Now, again, I'm not saying this. A lot of times, guys, you can look for a bull div or a bullish confirmation at a value area low to look for a long. However, we're in a little bit of a different situation. I wouldn't really expect this to just yeet up to really, really much. Money flow is crossing over into the red. So this money flow, if you were looking to take a long here, if you got confirmations below the value area low, then you can easily. The one thing I would be careful with is the fact that money flow is coming down, right? So, if you get into this long with money flow crossing over into the red here, you would be expecting the downtrend to continue. But we all know that in downtrends, you likely will have highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So if you were able to get into a long here, you got your confirmations, got into a trade, you may want to be careful of this rejecting off of a area where you're likely to put in a lower high. So I think I said high or low before, but you guys understand. You just want to be careful, right? Understanding the environment that you're trading in. You're not looking for a moonshot long. If the money flow looked like this, right, where money flow is curving to the upside as you're tapping a key level, then you expect a uptrend to the upside, right? But if money flow is coming out, you could still take the scalp longs, just understanding that the downtrend is likely to continue. Next key level of support on XRP is going to be sitting here at about 56 cents, where we have our previous value area high from this range that we were trading in back here. So if we do lose this value area low, very similarly to Ethereum, we are going to be looking back down towards that previous value area, more specifically the value area high, right here to get that bounce, right? And again, if you did get a move down here, you're being very careful, guys, right? You're coming down here. You're not expecting a moonshot. You're expecting to potentially get accepted back into the range and get a bigger move down towards your golden pocket. And the POC of the range, which we actually don't have on the chart right now because I don't have the range pulled, but I could try to pull it for you. So we pull the range right here, and you can see that point of control is coming in at about 50 cents even. So that would definitely be a level you want to watch. And actually, this golden pocket is kind of irrelevant at this point. So what I would actually be watching is just that point of control. So again, I hope you guys are starting to understand how you can plan your trades around these value areas, and not only the value areas, but the previous value areas. Because if price comes back into this range, prices and levels are going to get respected likely at this other range, right? So if you come down, just like Ethereum, you could look for a bounce here, but if you start getting stuck under the value area high, this is where you're looking for a move down to your POC and potentially down to your value area low, and your value area low is getting closer to about 43 cents. So it really depends on how aggressive this downtrend is going to be. Now, money flow crossing over into the red on the 4-hour, although it can give you a significant move to the downside, it's not as powerful as something like a money flow crossover into the red on the daily, right? So with that money flow crossover into the red on the 4-hour, we could still see a pretty significant dump on XRP, right? And then get a bounce off the value area high or even a bounce off the POC and still maintain our bullish market structure, continuing our moves to the upside, right? In the macro, right? So again, I don't want anyone thinking like this is, I still am bullish here on the higher time frames, right? Fresh money flow crossover on the 4-day. 5-day money flow crossover is fresh. 6-day money flow crossover is even more fresh. And your weekly money flow has actually still sitting pretty in the green, right? And typically these money flow crossovers into the green on the weekly, guys, do give you big moves to the upside, right? So just keep that in mind. Trying to lay out not only the levels and and some of the signals that we look for, but also trying to lay out how I view the market overall from a top-down view using the value areas. All right, let's see. Let's see. What's my long-term outlook on XRP? Woo, baby. So guys, I'm actually going to make a Sunday sauce video about XRP. Tony D or any of the mods that can make a poll, if you can make this a poll, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see my XRP trade breakdown, letting you know how I was able to get into this fire XRP short position? Or would you rather an XRP kind of long-term long-term price prediction on XRP. Everyone's going to say price prediction. But let me know. I don't know if Tony, I'm sure Tony D is in chat. Every time I ask him if he's here, he laughs and makes fun of me for even questioning it. But Tony, if you are here, please make that a poll because I want to know what you guys want to see. I don't want to make the video if you guys don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So it's either a long-term, okay. The trade breakdown would be kind of fire. It's like a perfect example. I can make both the videos, honestly, at a different time. But shout out to MTC. Shout out to you, Randy. Thank you for being here, and thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us over here at the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Shout out to you. Have a great night. Go eat yourself some pasta, MTC. Go eat yourself some pasta. Shout out to MTC. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see here. We want a trade breakdown. Do you want a long-term price prediction? Are we going to get a massive, massive break to the upside, seeing upwards of $589? I'm kidding, guys. You guys know I'm not in the camp of thinking that XRP can go to $589, but I do think locally, if we hold above, if we're able to get back into this value area, we could potentially be seeing $1.29. And then at the top of the bull run, I'm thinking prices can go north of, obviously, the all-time high from 2021 at $1.80 is likely to get broken, in my opinion, as long as nothing crazy happens. Obviously, not a promise, but I'll be honest. I don't want to spoil it. I'll give you guys the, if that's what you want, vote on that right there. Wow, you guys were quick on that poll. Yeah, let me know which one you guys want to see. But yeah, it'll be like, I'll give you guys like my top 3 targets for the next bull run. And please understand, before I even record this video, I want you guys to understand that this is any price prediction, even if it's based off of what I think, with the technical analysis shown, even if I show my work, please understand that just because I do TA that says that XRP could maybe, whatever the price is, if I think it could go to $20, just understand that nothing guarantees that price goes up there, right? Just because I think it's going to go up there, and honestly, even if the chart is screaming that it should go up there, it does not guarantee it. I know a lot of people in the new bull in the bull run that's coming up. A lot of people are going to get caught up with they're going to get caught up with the influencers that are literally just making price predictions based off of God knows what, and telling people that, you're an idiot if you don't think Solana can go to $1,000. And people who speak like that get their audience wrecked, and you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to get wrecked, and I certainly don't want to wreck my audience. So please, if you're watching what I do, understand that, it's like this with everyone else, but I'm probably the only one that'll say it out loud. Just because I say it does not mean it's guaranteed to happen. My main goal is to help you guys make money, not like try to just get you guys to click my videos and sign up for all my stuff and make me money. I make money trading, right? Like I'm here. Trust me, this is a business for sure. It's a YouTube channel, but my main goal for this channel, guys, is to make you money. If you guys lose money, and I'm telling you guys, Bitcoin's go to $1 million, don't sell. I watch people saying that kind of stuff, and I'm like, God, man, how are you doing that to people? But if I'm up there saying, don't sell, you guys are going to lose money. And is that a good long-term plan for my YouTube channel? I plan on doing this forever. This is not like a thing I'm just doing in the bull run to make some money, right? I started my channel in the middle of at the beginning of a bear market, knowing that. I went in, started this channel knowing we were going into a bear market, right? So I plan on doing this for a long time. There's going to be a lot of new content creators. They're even starting to come up now. You see them like random thumbnails. You're like, this guy's got 3 followers. This guy's got 1,000 followers. Where'd this guy come from? Where was this guy in the bear market, right? And a lot of times these are the people that are swooping in. They know attention's coming back to crypto, and they know that they can read the news and understand the 4-year cycle, and they come in and they see those money grabs. So be careful about these people. Like I said, everyone we associate with is awesome, but I'm just saying, like, these new people that are about to come in the bull run, I'm sure it will birth tons of amazing content creators. Don't get me wrong, but just understand it's going to come with a lot of people looking for money grabs. So just be careful. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue on real quick here because what's our next altcoin? Wait, what did the poll say? Okay, all right, XRP price prediction incoming on Sunday, guys. Get ready for that. I hope, as long as nothing crazy happens. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Yo, Caffeinated Crypto, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, hey, didn't mean to make people think you were an alcoholic on Trading Wars. I just forgot the name of your special water. Just thought you needed a boost. It's not over till it's over. Bing bong. Shout out to Caffeinated Crypto. You're funny. Were people saying I was an alcoholic? That's funny. All right, let's continue on. All right, let's see. I have a drink once in a while. But yeah, I don't know. Once I turned like 24, 23, it's like, oh God, hangover is just like the worst thing ever. But let's go ahead and continue on. How do we know if we won a drawing if you're not on and don't have a Discord? Shout out to Michael Stelly. Wait, how do we know if we won a drawing? Oh, Michael, you have to go in the Discord to claim the prize. Michael, we call the winners every Friday. I'm confused. Shout out to Michael Snelling. Thank you for being here, bro. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. We are at 500 and something likes, guys. We're almost at 600 likes. Let's go. Smash that like button. We're gifting those memberships, probably over 100. And we'll spin that wheel 15 times. But let's go ahead and continue on to our next altcoin, which is going to be ADA. Shout out to whoever was calling for ADA in the beginning of the stream. Let's go ahead and check it. Okay, so Cardano. Let's go ahead and see. I'm actually going to get rid of all this stuff. And let's take a look. Pull our volume profile. And here we are, playing with the value area high on Cardano. Take a look at the 2 hour. Come on. Spawn it for me, baby. There we go. Come on. There we go. So here we are within our macro volume profile, sitting at the value area high. Woo, baby. All right, guys. Obviously, these altcoins have gone on pretty significant runs here as we approach this macro value area high with higher highs on our price action and lower highs on our momentum waves right about here. We could potentially look, we would have been looking for a pullback right here. But as we come down here, and we get a bounce off this value, we are playing around with this value area high, right? So if we wind up getting stuck underneath here, guys, it could open the door for more downside. Now, pulling up the visible range volume profile, bada boom, there we go. Right here, if we get back down below this high volume node, we could actually, let me pull this local range as well. Let me pull this local range. And shout out to Dave Digital. Said, let's get those likes because I don't want to buy one. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital. Dave, we'll give them to you for free, bro. Don't you worry. We got you, bro. We got you. But continuing on here, we do, yeah. So if we wind up really losing these lows here, guys, understand that there is a pretty significant fall off in volume. I'm actually going to pull back here. You could see that, once you break this level, really, there's a big fall off all the way down to your next major shelf of volume coming in at 32 cents. So if we break these lows, I would look for a potential quick move down to 36 cents. This is going to be a key level of support. And let me go ahead and boom, pull it to the high. And there you go, right? 32 cents, golden pocket sitting in beautiful confluence with that shelf of volume. There you go. Bada boom. Bada bing. There you go. So that would be kind of the next major key level of support I would be looking at, guys. If we wind up losing, if we get accepted into this value area and we come down, it may be a quick move down to this level. 786 coming in at about 31 cents. And I will be honest with you guys here. I would actually be looking. Yeah, money flow coming out on the 4 hour. Bearish divergences confirmed. Multiple drives of bearish divergence. Now, remember, in a bullish environment like this, you do want to be careful with any kind of short you're entering. However, this is going to be, if we do, this could be a significant top because of the multiple drives of bearish divergence and the money flow coming out. Taking a look at your daily. Daily VWAP getting rejected at that zero line, and those higher time frame red dots are here. 4-day red dot looking to print. 3-day red dot also printing currently. Money flow still coming to the upside, guys. I am still expecting higher prices on a lot of this stuff, but pullbacks are going to potentially be incoming very soon with all these red dots on the higher time frames, as well as our money flow coming to the downside. So there you go, and those are the key levels I'd be looking at on ADA. Or Cardanzo, as our boy James Kramer might call it. This is our key level, right? 36, almost 37 cents even is your key level to watch for a potential bigger break to the downside. Shout out to Dave Digital, said, I'm trying to find $5. Shout out to Dave. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Dave Digital. Check under the couch cushions. I always find a $5 under the couch cushions. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Shout out to Sean, says, best advice for trading. Average Joe here for kids, not much money, but want to learn. Best have a DCA bag. Should I use some of that to trade or use other capital? I will tell you this, Sean. I am not a financial advisor, but I have gone through this a couple of times, so I could definitely give you my experience, and hopefully my experience can help you. So this is what I would say. If you are an average Joe, you have a normal job, I'll be honest, and this goes back to what I was just saying earlier, guys. I am not here to try to misguide people just to get views and get them to sign up for my stuff, ever. So I'm actually going to give kind of contrary advice to that, right? Sean, I would actually recommend, if you have a normal job, if you are looking to get into trading and you are a beginner, you are very, very likely, if you are looking to take it seriously, and you're going to have to spend a lot of time learning how to do it, right? And you're likely going to lose a lot of money over time. Over a certain period of time, right? You have to, we call it market tuition, right? You have to pay your dues, and the market is, especially for a beginner, that market is going to take that money out of your hands, right? And it is going to humble you. You may get into a few good trades, and you'll get cocky, and then it will quickly humble you. So what I would actually recommend is that if you are interested in trading, I would learn the TA, watch the whole YouTube channel. We have a tutorial playlist, which is essentially a completely free trading course. You could check that out for totally free on the channel. Tune into these live streams. I try to make them as educational as possible, and I try to give as much direct individual advice to people. Not advice, but just give you guys my thoughts individually. I like to answer questions. It's supposed to be an educational live stream. And if you shout out to MJ saying home of the Candle Squad. Let's get it, baby. I would recommend that you learn separately. I would even recommend you learn the TA, learn how to trade on a demo account at first. Get the feel, right? You're inevitably going to have to spend a year or two learning, or usually about a year or two, I think, is the average for someone to become profitable. So I wouldn't recommend, if you're buying spot bags, to take money out of those DCA bags to put into trading, because there's a high likelihood you'll lose money at first. And any trader or anybody out there that you're talking to that is just like, oh, guys, it's easy, 100x leverage, money here, money there, money here, that is not a good plan. And you are likely to lose money over time, even if it looks like they're making money. So just understand that. So I would actually recommend the opposite of what people would think I would say. And I would say, take it slow, bro. Don't join my premium Discord. Unless you wanted to expedite your learning, but honestly, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you won't understand in there, so maybe you're not ready for that if you're a beginner. Get into the free Discord. Interact with other traders in the Discord. They will help you for free, right? And they've likely made a lot of the mistakes that you're bound to make, and they may be able to help you get a little bit of a shortcut and avoid some obvious things, right? So I would recommend get in our free Discord. There's no strings attached whatsoever. And then if you get in... yeah, great technique with a demo account. Absolutely. Shout out to Trade Made. Bro, that name is fire, bro. Trade Made is lit. But yeah, use a demo account, bro. Learn the ropes. Get wrecked on fake money, right? Because you're likely going to get wrecked at first. And then, again, DCAing is a proven winning strategy in the long term. And for someone who has kids, has a job, doesn't want to sit and stare at the screen until their eyes bleed, and you're not ready to do that, I wouldn't even risk your money just yet, right? I would start on demo. That way you're not stressed out. I've just seen way too many people just jump in too heavily into trading and lose all their money, and I don't want that to happen with any CandleMafia members, even though it literally directly would benefit me to help you, bring you into the trading, like it would benefit me, but I don't think it's probably the good idea. I like that you told me kind of what your life looks like with kids and a job, because that makes it easier for me to let you know, bro, if you got a job, if you're going to be trying to scalp low time frames or even day trade, like, you're going to be checking your phone, it's going to be stressful, and you're likely going to lose money. So take it slow, learn on demo, tune into the live streams, get into the free Discord, and learn on a demo account. That way, when you lose trades, you don't care, right? You're just learning, and you could just eat those losses, no big deal. And then your DCA bags are likely going to grow over the next few years, right? So, and it's way less risky. So there you go. And then after you start tuning into some of the live streams and you start recognizing the things that I'm looking at, and you're like, I have spent some time on the charts now, and then you could start with a small account. And I recommend, this is for everybody, if you just get started trading, I would recommend that you focus on the percentages first, right? Now, you can't really focus on the percentages as much if you're trying to really make money doing this. You have to have a significant amount of capital. But in the beginning, you're just focusing on trying to get multiple winning trades, not necessarily in a row, right? This is another thing, guys. You don't want to gamify trading. And this is a very, very bad idea because, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I won the last 10 trades in a row. Or like, oh man, you won 5 trades, but what happened to the one in between where you lost? Like, it is not about having a flawless trading record, guys. Like, that's not how this works. Like, the best traders in the world get stopped out all the time. Obviously, the more winning trades you have, the better. But, like, when you have someone saying, like, oh, yeah, like, I won my last, like, I don't know. I hate when people, like, they're like, oh, look at our track record. The last 17 trades were green. It's like, it's probably, first of all, not even true. Second of all, it's like, it doesn't matter how many wins in a row you have, as long as your losses are much smaller than your wins. If you actually have a good winning strategy and you know what you're doing, you can take 10 trades, lose 6 or 7 of them, and still become profitable if you're managing your risk accordingly. That is much more important than making sure every single trade is green. Because if you're trying to get every single trade to be green, you're going to get stopped out because that's what happens, right? It's just part of the game. And then you're going to get all emotional being like, oh, man, now I ruined my streak. And then you're going to try to revenge trade. It's just not a good habit. So just be careful out there. That is that is my advice to you, right? Not financial advice, just from my journey to yours, right? Like, hopefully you could take something away from that. But use all the free stuff. We have so much free stuff on this channel. And I know people out here who have become people who were getting wrecked and turned into profitable traders, and they never even bought anything premium from me. A lot of them will join the premium because now they're trading seriously and they want to see what I'm doing. But it's there you go. I digress, but hopefully that helps you out, man. I always like to tell people, be a trader. It's the best thing ever. But don't be fooled. I'm not here to tell you that you could just jump on here, use 100x leverage, and just gamble your way to $1 million. It's just simply not realistic. And I'd rather you take your time, and then even at the end of the bear market, you come in here and be like, hey, man, I listened to you. I held my spot bags. I learned how to trade on the side. And even if you don't want to trade with, thank you, Rob. Even if you don't want to trade with demo money, I wouldn't recommend taking it out of your DCA bags. Your DCA bags are, as long as you're invested in good projects, those are likely to grow over time, and it's a way higher hit rate. Likely, let's say you took $1,000 out of the 10K that you have invested in crypto, and you take that $1,000 and you put it into a leverage exchange. Chances are, dude, you may be degenerate. You might get your first couple winners, but likely at the end of the bull run, that $1,000 you put in your trading account is likely going to be gone if you're just first taking a stab at it. So take that for what it's worth. That's a little bit of sauce for tonight, guys. But let's go ahead and check out our next altcoin, which is going to be AVAX and Matic. Let's check it. Oh, wait, somebody said Caspa's ripping. Let's see. We were looking at a target on Caspa. Can we hit it? Can we hit it? Did we hit it? It wasn't on this. Wasn't on this. What is it? KuCoin. We're going to find it, guys. Caspa Maxi. There it is, baby. All right. I mean, yeah, hey, we are playing around with this Fibonacci level at about 13 cents. Wait, where were we yesterday? What were we looking at yesterday? Okay, we already ripped up here. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, hey, every level tapped. 11 cents, 13 cents getting respected as resistance. If we get above here, we could be shooting for that 15-cent level. Shout out to anyone holding Caspa. And before we jump in to AVAX, guys, I will pull it up, right, so we don't get sidetracked. But I will just point out, if you guys are in the dining room, right? If you do not know what the dining room is, it is simply our freemium Discord, right? It is free to enter, right? But you just have, where am I? How come I can't find it in my own Discord? Okay, so here we go, right? If you come to the Discord, get into the free Discord, come to the dining room, guys. We actually do share once a week, I will put a setup in here from the premium Discord that will help you, not that you should just blindly take these trades, but this will give you an idea of kind of what I'm looking at and what I would be looking for to enter a trade. But this is free. All you have to do to unlock access is sign up with one of our affiliates and then click on here if you have a FEMEX account with our affiliate, BigX or MEXC. You could click on one of these buttons, type in your UID, hit submit, and then our mods will get you in within a day or two, usually. And this is another really, really, really good free tool. Not only do we put the premium TA, which we do sometimes put the actual setups in. A lot of times it's just TA. And shout out to the Mafia. If you guys saw this this morning when we posted it, this is literally where we got the bounce from on Bitcoin. So you could have caught part of this move on Bitcoin if you were in that dining room. And again, although you have to be signed up with an affiliate link, it is not, it doesn't cost you any money, right? So you could have seen that bounce coming in right here. But the reason I bring this up is because actually, if you come onto the altcoin gems, which is, I just moved, we have the altcoin gem channel, which is also more value that we have in the dining room, which basically we share the Token Metrics top 10 coins that Token Metrics is liking, which is an AI software that helps you find altcoin gems. It's amazing. But back in the day, guys, we were looking at Caspa we can look at it right now. I pulled this up recently on the stream. We were looking at Caspa back during the meme coin rallies, right down here, finding Caspa below a penny. Below a penny here, posted in April. In April, we were looking at this, and I don't even know if I think this is where we called it. I wish it was marked on the chart, but it was, I think, it was right below a penny. The original post is probably in here somewhere. I tried to find it last time. Seller, Plex, Lusco. Let's see, that's Compound. But yeah, we did, I mean, it's in here somewhere. You guys can go check it out if you're in the dining room. But yeah, don't sleep on the altcoin gem channel, guys. Someone just hit up Tony D the other day and was like, dude, I just caught a massive pump on one of these coins. You could look at the top 10 list, and then this will let you know, hey, go check out these charts. Token Metrics is bullish on these coins. Go check them out. Can you find a setup? And oftentimes, they get absolute moonshots, as you can see. I don't know how much Caspa's up at this point. I mean, this was up, I can't even see it, like 600 and something %, or I can't really read that. But that was sitting at 3 cents, right? That was the top of the pump, was 3 cents. We found it all the way down here below a penny. If you saw that in the dining room, you are probably up pretty saucy right now. But let's go ahead and check AVAX, guys. Let's jump into these altcoins as we are running out of time. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We bounce off the golden pocket. Let me go ahead, clear all this up. So what I'd be looking at here on AVAX is obviously we respected that value area, and we have now broken the F out. And this thing is just screaming to the upside, coming up to some prior resistance, sitting right here at about 22.78. And let me actually go ahead and, yeah, let me get it right on that. Let me get it right on that wick. What is going on here? Come on. Okay, doesn't want to sit right on the wick. We'll just put it right there. I mean, hey. Let's check it. Let's check it. Okay, so for AVAX, looking at the daily, VWAP coming to the downside on the daily, looking for a potential red dot incoming pretty soon here. So I would be careful of that. Once you print that red dot, you may wind up getting a correction. Now, here's the thing. Let me pull this range real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, we've broken out of this value area. I don't even know if I would take that into account. Let me pull up the MPOCs real quick. See if we have any naked points of control in this area. And I'm actually going to go into bar replay mode. And there you go. Okay, so we have come. This is indeed a naked point of control, right? Oftentimes when you see strong resistance like this, guys, it is a naked point of control. So all right, so let's go ahead, go back to our key current prices, and let's take a look. So, yeah, I mean, beautiful tap on that naked point of control. Let's see if we can find any Fibonacci confluence. Whoops, pull from that high. Actually, let me come up to a higher time frame, turn off the indicators, and zoom in. All right, so let's pull this, bada boom, all the way to zero right here, and there you go. Okay, so this is pretty good confluence, guys. Like, not only, I mean, what happens if we pull this macro profile? Yeah, okay, so this is, we are coming into some pretty key levels here. This is actually interesting. Took me a second to find everything, as I didn't really have much TA on this already. But let me go ahead and hide this, hide this, hide this, and hide this, right? That was a local value area, but now we are looking at the macro value area, guys. And Yeah, this is key resistance in my opinion. You have your naked point of control, your macro golden pocket. I will turn this purple for resistance. And then the only other level I would really be looking at here, guys, is going to be that 786 right about here. 786 at about 26.13. So I would be cautious if we were going to push up again. Probably going to be shooting for that 786 here at 26.13. If we get up there, I would have to imagine that is likely to give us a move to the downside. 3-day money flow coming up, which would indicate that the chances of a breakout of this volume profile may be high, right? If this money flow does wind up crossing over into the green, it would signify that the uptrend will likely continue to the upside, right? That's the only place that uptrends can proceed up to is the upside. But if we, that money flow could be indicating that the breakout would be more likely. However, your VWAP indicating the ebbs and flows, the short-term pullbacks and pumps in the market is indicated here on the 3-day that we may be able to pull back locally. Before, right? And then because of the money flow, we would be looking at this pullback as to look for a higher low and potentially continue to the upside. So if you do get a significant move down, this macro point of control of the previous range would be a key level to watch. There you go, right? So POC 1727, if we do cool off, that would be a key level to look at for a bounce. Just like Bitcoin deviated from its volume profile, tested that POC, and then broke out again, we could see something similar happen here on AVAX. Have I been saying Cardano this whole time? But that is what I'd be looking for. I would be cautious. Let's check that 4-hour time frame. I would be cautious. With the VWAP coming up on the 4-hour, I would definitely be careful with potential pushes up into that 786 at 26.13, right? So not that we're just going to instantly nuke from here, but that VWAP comes back up, rolls back to the upside. We could see a push into that 786 coming in at 26.13. So there you go. That is what I'm looking at on Cardanzo, as James Kramer may call it. But shout out to the 688 people still in here. I appreciate everybody for sticking around all the way almost 2 hours into the stream. Smash up that like button, guys. We are so close to 600 likes. And if we hit 600 likes, we will be dropping, well, I'll be dropping 50 memberships, or Tony D will from our account. And then Golden will also apparently drop 50 memberships. By the way, Golden, you are not obligated. If you decided to pull out of that, I will still drop my 50. And then we will also spin that wheel 15 times. So shout out to everybody still in here. Smash up that like button. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's continue on here and check out our next altcoin, which is going to be Matic, or Modic, as James Kramer might call it. Let's check it out. Check it out. Binance. Here we are. Okay, so I can already tell just by looking at the man, we got to start like labeling these trades, man. It's like, it's no fun when you don't know why this is here. No, I think this was because Dave Digital was trading Matic, potentially, or maybe Jordy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to clear all the TA here, and I can already tell, right? What am I already seeing on this chart, guys? I already see that this is consolidation, right? We probably have a I'm using a new mouse here, guys. I did replace my garbage mouse. Yeah, it's so weird the way this mouse works. Oh, shout out to everybody who smashed that like button. We did just get those Frankie Candles memberships drops because we hit those 600 likes. Let's go. Shout out to Frankie Candles for gifting those Frankie Candles memberships. And I can only imagine that Golden is right behind us, dropping more memberships. Literally everybody in the chat right now is probably about to get a membership. Yeah, shout out to Tony. Thank you for dropping those from our account. Shout out to that mouse. Let's go. And it is only a matter of time until maybe Golden, if he's still in here, we'll drop those memberships. But guys, shout out to Tony D. Thank you for dropping those memberships, bro. And shout out to the Mafia, who anybody who just got one of those, spam the golden emoji. Even though we gifted the membership, spam that golden emoji if you just got one. Let's go. But let's continue on here, guys. I can already tell we have an area of consolidation here, and we have clear lows, and we have clear highs. And, oh, shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Let's go, bro. Gifting the memberships. It's membership central here right now, guys. We got 651 people in chat. We dropped already, like, over 100 memberships have been given so far. Or, no, 57 memberships have been given on the live stream so far. And, yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto, bro. Thank you so much for gifting those memberships. You are the man. I appreciate you so much, bro. But let's go ahead and cover. Let's go. We're getting viewers somehow. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Yeah, it is hype. Oh, let's go. Shout out to Golden. Golden with the memberships. You absolute GOAT. Let's get it. Golden in the chat. Spam those emojis if you just got one. Golden is literally our biggest sponsor on the channel. Shout out to Golden. You're the best. Captain Kirk, CandleMafia Mama in the chat. Let's get it. So shout out to Golden, bro. You're the man. Thank you, Tony D, for gifting our memberships. And shout out to everybody who just got one of these memberships. Spam that golden emoji in the chat if you love Crypto Billy. I'll just say that. If you like Golden and Crypto Billy and Chemistry Bro and Captain Kirk and Rob the Crypto Snob and Tyler Durden and Chemistry Bro, all the mods, if you love the mods, spam the golden emoji because Golden is like our second official, unofficial mod right next to Dave Digital. But, guys, we could see we have an area of consolidation here on Matic. Yo, chat going ballistic. I love it. But we got this bounce. Shout out to Bailey Armstrong in the chat. What is going on, bro? I love you so much, brother. I love you so much, man. But getting these this bing bong action in the chat here, guys. In the chat. On the charts. Guys, it's about that time I'm losing my brain power. We're almost gone for 2 hours here. But this is clearly going to be some kind of a volume profile up in here, right? With that being said, yo, shout out to Dave Digital, our official mod, getting that membership. Dave, did you not have a membership? You should be automatically gifted a membership for being who you are. Shout out to Dave Digital. I love you, bro. But you can see here, guys, this is obviously going to be a volume profile, right? So if I go ahead and pull this range, let me go ahead and pull it. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of exactly where I would pull this from, but you can see we obviously have a significant range here. Now, where are we getting our reaction from? We are getting the reaction from the point of control. So there you go, right? We broke above the value area low. We went right towards the POC. We are now rejecting the POC. But what do we know about these volume profiles, guys? We know that this is likely going to be an area that gets filled completely, right? We went from the low to the high. We hold the POC. Once we flip this to support, we are eventually and potentially expecting that value area high to get hit. And a shout out to Golden. I already know he's trying to gift more memberships, but I think he has a monthly limit. Like, they literally, YouTube limits you when you give away too much stuff. They say, hey, that's enough. And I think Golden is probably hitting that wall like he does every single month. But shout out to Golden, bro. Thank you so much for the memberships. Literally, you never have to give anything to the channel ever again. You've given us enough. Golden, you are forever ingrained in CandleMafia history, bro. I love you to death, man. Shout out to Golden. I was literally up all night trying to think of who Golden is in real life. Like, what does this man look like? This man must have the most chiseled jawline. He's got to be like 300 pounds, 1% body fat, just a complete, like a filthy rich, jacked, like, you know, the most interesting man in the world? That's got to be Golden. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. And shout out to Retro Mike gifting 10 Frankie Candles memberships. Yo, you guys are the GOATs. Thank you so much for gifting so much, not only to the channel, but also giving it all to the members, to the Mafia. I know you guys love these memberships, and most of them are gifted by the community, which is the coolest thing in the world. But let's go ahead learning with the crystal ball emojis. Let's go. But guys, looking for that move up to the value area high potentially once we're able to flip that POC to support. However, yeah, money flow coming out on the 4 hours. So, you know, I would be careful, right? Not impossible to get above here, flip it to support, and see the value area high. Yo, Jason Casper is Golden. Shout out to you. Oh, because he's 300 pounds with 1% body fat? Yo, shout out to Jason Casper. I wouldn't put it past him. Jason's like the man. Like he would do that. He would support us like that. So shout out to Jason Casper. But yeah, imagine we just meet up. It's like I open the door, like I meet up with Golden, and it's just Jason. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? Super dope. Shout out to Jason Casper. Seriously, one of the GOATs. But let's continue. Money flow coming out on the 4 hour here. And again, if we cannot get back above this POC, we're actually in a nice position here on Matic, right? Because if we now know clearly, if we can't get back above this POC, it's going to be very likely that we come to the value area low at least, right? If not more. Why do I say that? I say it because money flow is indicating that the local trend on the 4-hour may continue to the downside. So if we come back up, bearishly retest that POC, and we hit that value area low and cannot get back above it, that is where you look for lower prices. But at least I would expect that value area low to get hit with bullish confirmations. I would look for a long. Without bullish confirmations and with the money flow looking like the way it is, I would potentially expect a bigger move to the downside. Shout out to Crayon C, as some people call him, says golden inverted the volume profile indicator. Yo. Shout out to Creighton C and shout out to Golden. Let's go. But let's, I think that's actually it. I think that's about all the time we got for tonight's live stream, guys. Yeah, that was Matic. That was the last altcoin. Let's go ahead and pull up that wheel of pain and pleasure. Here we go. All right. Oh, wait. You guys can't see that. I don't want anyone thinking we're scamming out here. There you go. Let's see. Let's see. Golden is a Chad with a big ding dong. Shout out to Bitfrog. Let's go. All right, let's continue on. Let's see. All right, spin. So how many spins do we have? We got 600 and almost 50 likes. Can one of the mods update me on my insane on these like goals? We got 650. What does that mean? How many spins do we have? I think it was 15 spins for 550, and then 600 for the memberships, and then it was it 800 for the koozies? If we get 700 likes before the actual end of the stream, guys, I'll add three Aztec in. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. I will add 3 Aztecian Cactus Moss Water koozies. Shout out to Wolfland. Is it Wolf? Wait, I always mix up Wolf of Crypto and Wolfman Ate My Crypto. I think it was Wolfman Ate My Crypto. Shout out to you, bro, for giving us these koozies. He was trying to give them to us, guys. And me and Tony D were not having it. We wouldn't let him send them to us until he gave us a wallet address so we could send him some crypto. But I will add 3 of these Aztecian Cactus Moss Water koozies. Super dope. They say Aztecian Cactus Moss Water right here. And then on the bottom, they go ahead and say Bing Bong, pretty fire with the Frankie Candles logo. These are super, super dope. I love it. And it fits your Aztecian Cactus Moss Water can. If I can get it in here, guys. God, I hate when I can't get it in. It is a little bit of a snug fit, if I will say. It's like I had this trouble before. I hate when this happened before. Hang on. Wow, it's actually really this is actually Struggle City. Okay, guys, now I'm starting to choke. I'm starting to choke, guys. We're not going to get it in. All right, there we go. That took 2 seconds, guys. But you can see it fits those Aztecian Cactus Moss Water perfectly. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Wolfman Ate My Crypto. But let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, Koozie for me, Corsi. Shout out to you, bro. But let's continue on. Listen, no choke. God Candle incoming on cast. Well, we'll have to take a look at that, Dave Digital, for sure. Shout out to Alex O. What is going on, brother? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for tuning in. Let's see. You guys are funny. Yeah. Wait, what? Shout out to Alex. Much love, brother. Alex, I don't know what's going on in chat right now, bro. I don't know. These people are... Oh, because... Guys, I was talking about the koozie. I was talking about getting the koozie in the sleeve, guys. Come on. You guys are nuts. Let's see here. Shout out to Marcel. What is going on, bro? Said, says, first super chat. Shout out to Marcel. Said, just wanted to say y'all the best. Shout out to you, bro. And I say, we're ringing those bells for you, bro. Shout out to you. We love you right back. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Okay, we'll take a look at Caspa in a second here, guys. Let's see. Div X-Ray says, man, your members are super nice, I have to admit. I mean, bro, we are the positivity channel. We are the no drama, positivity, just crypto channel. That's what you get here. You get laughs, good vibes, smiles, and a bunch of money. And even if you're not taking our education seriously and making money based off the information we teach, we just give away crypto every week anyway. So you could just watch and then just win the giveaways and get some free money, free hats, and free koozies. We have a lot of people that win more than one time too, so it's pretty dope. All right, let's see. Shout out to Div X-Ray said, it starts with you, man. Your energy is contagious. Shout out to Div X-Ray, yeah. And shout out to Div X-Ray. Don't ever let anybody take energy away from you guys. It's not worth it. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Said, thank you all for the support. If we hit 700 likes, I'll add $50 worth of XRP to the giveaway. Don't tell Frank. God, I wonder if Tony D ever super chatted. I wonder what he would have said. Interesting. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, what is with all the super chats today? He says, yeah, sticking it in the koozie. Got it. Nothing implied at all. Yeah, well, no. I mean, Creighton, look. Let me show this. Look, pretty tight hole, right? That's a pretty tight hole. That's not a regular koozie. That's a tight koozie. You know what I'm saying? And then like it doesn't totally fit. Sometimes you gotta stretch it a little bit, and then it gets in there nice and snug. So yeah, it is a little bit difficult to get in, but that's how you want your koozie. The tight koozies are much better than those loose floppy koozies. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it like all that slack. You want it nice and tight. Are we going to get banned on YouTube? I don't know, guys. Let's continue on here and spin that dang wheel. I don't know how many giveaways we got, guys. I'm on one today. I don't know what to have. Hey, what are you guys laughing at? Don't laugh at me, guys. I come up here, I try to help you guys, and you just laugh at me. Oh, God. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is like, let's get it. I want a subscription. Shout out to Marcel NYC. Shout out to the homeland. Shout out to NYC. I do miss our fellow New Yorkers. I don't miss the fellow New York weather, though. But shout out to you, Marcel. I miss you, bro, even though we've never met before. But shout out to you, bro. Welcome to the familia. All koozies are tight. Am I right, Rob? Shout out to Dave Digital. I don't know what that means, but I'm not going to investigate because I'm sure... Yeah, I don't know. We're not allowed to ban Dave Digital, guys. Dave Digital always causes a ruckus in the chat, and we love it. But sometimes he gets out of hand. But then we have to have a meeting, emergency Frankie Candles meeting. Okay, guys, Dave Digital's getting a little out of hand. Like he's starting to get pretty dicey. And then it's like, well, we can't ban him. He's Dave Digital. He's our unofficial mod. We can't ban him. So what do? We just let it fly, guys. We just let it fly. Shout out to Dave Digital. All right, let's see. Crypto Cowboy said, are we still talking about koozies? I was always talking about koozies. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Get your minds out of the gutter. Let's see. All right, let's see. How many spins do we get? We're doing 15 spins. Oh, look at that. We got 15 spins perfectly. Let's go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 giveaways. Let's go, baby. Shout out to, that's not a bad hit rate. 10 out of 15. Not too bad. Shout out to these last minute super chats. Shout out to Retro Mike said, have we auctioned off Crayon yet? Did I miss my once in a lifetime bidding opportunity? Shout out to Retro Mike. No, we are rescheduling the Crayon auction till tomorrow. So you still have a chance to win Crayon C in our giveaway tomorrow night, as well as some free crypto hats and koozies. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat. We're gonna hit you with the goat sound as well, bro. He says it means Rob has, what is a beguiner? I don't know what a beguiner is, but shout out to Dave Digital. I'm sure Rob's beguiner is big, whatever that is. But anyway, shout out to the CandleMafia, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Be careful on Bitcoin. Watch those blood diamonds. Shout out to Death Burka for pointing those out. Watch those blood diamonds. But also, don't let those get in your head and make you senselessly short when there's no signals there. Now you guys have the key levels to look for. We'll see what Bitcoin gives us tomorrow. I'm going to be holding my trades. Hopefully, I don't get wrecked. But if I do, you guys will know tomorrow. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing you. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
I don't know. They keep saying, Beguini? I don't know. They keep saying Beguini. I don't know. Do you know what that is? What is it? I don't know. I've literally never heard the word in my life. Beguini? It's like B-I-G, weenie? Beguini? I don't know. What? Yeah, of course. I mean, I read it out loud. Yeah, no. I know. Yep, okay. Yep, okay, bye. All right. How did I not know that? Oh, whoa. Hey, guys. I had to call my friend. I have an English teacher who's a friend, right? And they know all the verbiage. They know all the English words. And they said Beguini is not a thing. And I now realize what I said. And I think it was Dave Digital who said that. So mods, emergency meeting in the Discord. We got to figure out how to ban Dave without banning Dave because we can't ban Dave. But anyway, guys, before I let you guys go, we got to take a look at Caspa because, speaking of Dave Digital, he's saying we could have a God candle coming on Caspa. So I want to take a look at it with you guys and talk about that next target that we were talking about just a minute ago. No, we didn't hit the target. I know a lot of people were like, oh, did we hit the target? We didn't hit the target. But if we break this fib level, guys, more realistically, what I would look for here on Caspa is once this 4-hour green dot prints, if we are going to get another push to the upside, next level I would be looking at is this fib level sitting at 0.154998. And that is the next Fibonacci level I would be looking at as a target. And I will say this, guys, that, since we've been looking at these levels, since we've been looking at these fib levels, they've all been hit, right? We've broken past the golden pocket 786. We ripped up to the 1618 at 11 cents. Then we ripped up to the next level at about 13 cents. And all of these levels have been respected, and we are starting to try to pop above this right now. So if we are going to push up to this next fib level, again, at 15 cents, we could be seeing it on that green dot printing on the 4-hour. That may be the thing that starts the move. And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. And, just a little bit of extra sauce. Let me see if I can find any key levels in case we do wind up coming down on Caspa at some point soon here, because we have been on an absolute tear with this thing. And I would watch the previous value area high right here. If you get a big correction after a big pump, or even if you get a correction from where we're at right now, I would be looking at this purple box, which is the previous value area high of the range, as well as the 786 retracement of this entire move up from that value area high breakout. And that level is sitting between between 112367 and 110528. And that, my friends, is all I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Shout out to Dave Digital and all those beguinis out there. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing dong. Bing bong. Sorry. Bing bong, guys. That was a B, not a D. Bing bong. Hasta pasa. That's all I got.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put